to episode 3 of Art Books Tea with me, Courtney. It rhymed. And I will be going over the Septimus Heap series by Angie Sage. You can see her name there. This is the first book, Magic. There are 7 of them, which is an important number, as you will find out. I'm also going to be going over Chamomile tea, representing the Pittsburgh Penguins today. That's where I came from. And I will be giving you an insight into what's going on in my business, as always. So, diving in. Dive in. Splashing bubbles. I have a 1.5-year-old. That's where I'm at right now. And she's sleeping right now, which is why my hair is wet, because I have to do these videos while she's sleeping. Anyways, the book. Septimus Heap Series by Angie Sage. This series came out a little bit before I was in high school. Actually, no, I think it was when I was in high school. Not going to tell you when that was. It is a really cute series written by this British lady, Angie Sage. And I don't know, there's something about British humor and British people and the way they write things. I probably was British in a past life. I'm just going to be honest. Tea, British humor. Anyways, it's quirky and it's inventive and it's interesting, and you become invested in the characters because they are all so just quirky. It's gonna be my word for the day. I can't come up with any other one. She wrote this book series for a younger audience. I think there's a lot of similarities to Harry Potter in this British writer for a younger series, but it sort of kind of broke through that ceiling and a bunch of adults can read it too. I mean, I'm rereading the series now as an adult, the Septimus Heap series, and I'm just totally in love with it all over again. There are some things that are a little bit more simplistic to it in the writing style because it is written for a younger audience, but it's still so very magical and inventive and adorable. It's just, I mean, I don't know, it's super cute. I just love it a lot. So the plot line is, it follows this young boy, Septimus Heap, as he finds out that he finds a long lost family he never knew he had, finds out that he's magical, and he becomes apprentice to somebody very important. Finds out that he is the 7th son of a 7th son, which if you have ever read any sort of fantasy, you would know that that is a very, very important and big magical thing to be. And that's, I think, why she wrote 7 books, to kind of go along with that. In each one of these books, there is a little side adventure that happens. It's really fun to go through these adventures with them. He's got a cast of characters that kind of always rally around him and go through the adventures with him, and you'll love them too. The sheer amount of characters that this woman puts into a book whom all have their own personalities and quirks. That's the 3rd time I said that. It's just absolutely astounding. I mean, she has sat down and written out a personality for every single one of these characters, and there are so many. It's just, she's very good at that. She's very good at character creation. So I enjoy that in a book, and that's one of the reasons I love this book. So if you are into quirky characters, funny British humor, magic, fantasy, the hero's tale, and just, if you like Harry Potter, you'll probably like the series. It's very similar in that style. Then you will like this book. It is 5 out of 5 pickles for me because I like all of those things. So, moving on. Chamomile tea. I drink this very frequently. It tends to be my evening drink because it has the calming and stress-free, anxiety-free effects. I have a tendency towards anxiety, so it's good for me. Chamomile, you want to watch your steep time on this because it can get bitter if you oversteep it. So 5 minutes tops, that seems to be, 5 minutes is kind of your golden rule. If you go over that, you'll have a bitter tea. It applies to most teas, not all. So you can always err on the side of caution if you do the 5 minute steep time. And again, the temperatures, I don't really look those up. I don't really care about the temperature. It's kind of a foo-foo-y, unnecessary thing for me. Some people are really into that. It does make a beautiful cup of tea if you do it at the right temperature. Not important for me. Okay. So the other thing about chamomile tea is that it has like a plethora of wonderful health benefits that you wouldn't realize because it's always marketed towards the stress and anxiety and sleep thing, because it's really good at that. But actually, it's really great for skincare. So if you have loose leaf chamomile flowers and you steep those and you use it on your skin, it's got great anti-aging benefits. It is an antibacterial, a natural antibacterial. So it's really good for cuts and scrapes too, if you don't want to use Neosporin and stuff like that. If you're not into the petroleum products. That's a talk for another time. The other thing that I just found out last night when I was kind of doing some more research into this was that it's been tested on diabetes patients, and apparently in all of these scientific studies so far, it's helped with their blood sugar level. I don't have somebody specific to cite on that, so don't quote me on that and don't use me as a resource for that. Look it up for yourself. But apparently if you do multiple cups a day, it can be good for blood sugars. And of course, the old standby, sleep, stress relief, anxiety. If I'm feeling a little bit anxious during the day, I will drink a cup. I'm drinking it right now, not because I'm anxious, just because I like it. And once again, 5-minute steep time or else you'll get a little bit better. That's chamomile tea. It's delicious. It's usually blended. It can be by itself, but it can also be blended with other things. I have a gorgeous lavender, chamomile, and cornflower tea by Harney and Sons Teas. They're a wonderful company. I will put I'll shout out to them so that you can kind of look at them. And they come in super cute tins that you can plant succulents in. Just saying. Anyway, so art. Let's see. I have finished Aries. And this actually ended up being one of my favorites so far, which is kind of ironic because being that I'm a Capricorn and a goat, Aries and our personalities tend to go like that. So I don't generally have any Aries friends or get along with them well. But this painting, I loved it. I had so much fun with it. I don't know if you can see, it has some gold accents to it. So it kind of makes it shimmer and shine a little bit. And then I have started, if you've seen my Instagram stories or my Instagram posts, I have started this commission. I tend to paint around the edges of these commissions because I feel like it gives a little something extra. It's fun. I started this last week and then I had to stop because I had a super busy weekend, but I will be finishing her off this week. I'm also hoping to get the Hanged Man finished. That's the chameleon painting. I was supposed to do it last week, but I got really busy and I could not. And then I'm going to be starting the Hermit this week, hopefully. I've got a super cool concept for that. I'm excited about that painting. And the other thing is I had put off doing the application for the Gadsden Museum of Art last week. I'm gonna be honest about that. I'm a little nervous. I've never had a show before, so might have been a little bit of why I put it off. But I'm gonna make myself do it this week. So that's the rundown of what's going on this week and the fabulous book review, the Septimus Heap series. That one needs to be resurrected because it's just as good as any other young adult fantasy out there today. That should totally have a movie instead of Hollywood remaking all of the Disney movies. I'm just gonna throw my 2 cents in there. Cheers! I hope you make a fabulous cup of chamomile tea this week and enjoy it, and I will see you next week for Art Books Tea. See you later.